Alright, welcome back everyone, Zaf here. Let me show you something really big, and no, all you virus-affected people probably thought of something bad. Don't do that. What I'm really talking about is right here in the Fusion tab. If I show you how many rune fragments I have over 11,000. Now, why would I do that? Well, very simple. I'll tell you why in just a second here, but I also want to show you my inbox. Look at all these boxes I have. Over 163 skill rune premium chests, over 200 of these lucky skill rune chests. Why am I saving up? What am I saving up for? Let me tell you all about it right now. But really quick, this is your last reminder to support. There's only a few days left to get these codes right here. Let me show you. These 1, 2, 3, 4 codes, and we have one more code coming out. As a creator, I have missions to do. Once I do these missions, I can send out codes to all my supporters, so every single supporter gets a code. It's free. Supporting has no cost to it. It's just a benefit that I can provide to everyone who is supporting. So go to the link down below and support, otherwise you're missing out on all these juicy codes. And also, while you go down below, do not forget to like and subscribe. Almost at 100,000 subs. It means so much. Thank you everyone who is subscribed. Let's reach that milestone together. And finally, congrats to Truckgun for when you first commented on our last video. Here is your shout out and enjoy your juicy Discord role. So it's very easy to predict when you should save all your rune material because, as you know, there's always new skills coming out, but when they do come out, it's on schedule. What do I mean by that? Well, I'll tell you. But also, there is a lot of talk about potential, this is just my guess, potential changes to the rune system. Now, just ignoring any leaks, any sort of information people have that isn't official, we can just go to our skill tab here and look at my runes. If we look at my runes, I have a lot of legendaries, as you can see here. 2 and 2, none there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. So a lot of legendaries here. I'm getting to the point, as you can see here, where all my skills are slowly becoming legendaries. Now, that's a big problem, not for me, but for the devs. They can't capitalize on me anymore. If all my runes are maxed out, I won't go in the shop and buy any rune-related materials, which is obviously not good for profits because these packages do cost a decent sum of money. There is always these packages as well in today's theme. They can buy every few days. So that's why I believe, personally, the devs are going to add a new system to runes where we can actually use our rune fragments continuing on from what we have right now. So what I mean by that is basically, potentially, just my assumption, there could be a new rarity coming out, past legendary, but that's not official. I have no idea if that's true or not. It's just my very educated guess, because it wouldn't be surprising if now a lot of whale players have all their runes maxed out, which is not good for the devs. Their bottom line is obviously to make money, and they can't do that if you already have all your runes maxed. And there's also the other issue when it comes to runes. When you get a duplicate legendary rune, you have to keep rerolling, and that costs essence, not a small amount. It costs 1,000 essence every single time to reroll. So I do think it's better if they have a new rarity out, that we can potentially avoid this system right here. It is very painful. I've seen people spend upwards of 50,000 essence to get a new rune, so whales definitely need a new system to fuse their current legendaries into. Otherwise, they have to waste their essence for basically nothing, which is not a good move. Well, that's not the only reason why I suggest saving your rune fragments. Obviously, as you know, if you watch the videos on this channel, there's been a lot of news lately from the devs, not random news. If I pop on this right here, you can see I have the roadmap here. This is for the second half of 2024. Now, a lot of these dates have been adjusted. As you can see, the higher floors of the workshop just came out in October, even though it was slated for September. So we can push everything at least 1 month forward. So that means this right here, a new level expansion is coming, and that generally means a new job change as well. But you'll say, well, that doesn't really necessarily mean a new job change is coming, but if you pay attention, the devs have already confirmed it. When the Judge of Death does come out, we do have a new job change for Sung Jinwoo approaching, and always when there is a new job change, new skills do come out as well. Or at least in this case, potentially a new rune system. Again, I don't know for sure, but I do advise you to save your rune fragments. Although a lot of this game relies on luck when it comes to summons, a lot of it does also consider how you're saving your resources. As you can see, I'm saving my summons for new hunters to be added in, new weapons to be added in, to the custom draw. You have to basically always manage your resources in this game, otherwise the value you get out of them is going to drop, which is not good. Doesn't matter if you're pay to win, doesn't matter if you're free to play, you have to manage your resources effectively. Otherwise, you're not going to get the same progress as everyone else, which is obviously not a good move. So that's why I make these videos for you, just to show that I'm saving my resources too, so you don't feel like you're wasting your time, wasting your progression. It's a very common thing, especially in gacha games, but especially in Soul Leveling Rise. It is honestly very beneficial to save. I'll show you my runes again. My epic runes, for example, have a few saved up here. I'm not going to fuse right away to legendary, because when a new rune comes out, you obviously want to max out ASAP. That's how I got this skill right here when it came out, magnifying slashes. I saved my runes and I got this instantly. And as you know, this is literally one of the best skills, if not the best damage dealing skill in the game. That's why saving is so important. This skill has been carrying my butt. It is just so OP. So I do recommend you listen. I mean, at least wait for the next update, save your resources, and then see what happens. You're not really losing out on too much. There's nothing in the game that can really halt your progress by not fusing. Obviously, you can lose a little bit of damage, but overall, it is better in the long run to save, especially if a new potential rarity is coming out. I mean, hey, there's 3 slots right here. There's always a chance, am I right? So just play it safe, save up if you can. If you don't want to, again, up to you. You don't have to. Progression now can be better than progression later, but usually saving up is always the best move. But yeah, that is what I wanted to cover. But one other piece of information I do want to provide when it comes to cores right now, flat attack is better on every single hunter, especially on Jinwoo, but it is marginally better on Jinwoo. So if you want to basically save your fusions when it comes to your enhancements, because you have to fuse your cores in to basically level them up. So right here, if I go to level up, I have to fuse them in. That's EXE for cores. So if you want to be potentially efficient for this as well, you should save at least 1 attack core, a percentage core, for Jinwoo. That's what I basically did in this case. Just because although you're getting like 150-ish attack over a percentage core, when it comes to Jinwoo, in about a few weeks his level cap increases, meaning the difference isn't really going to be there, so doesn't really matter what you do with Jinwoo. But for your hunters, definitely go flat attack. It's about 1,000 attack difference, which is huge. Even with the level increase coming, it would take at least maybe 3 to 4 extra level cap increases for the flat attack to be worse than the percentage for hunters. So just so you know, keep going flat attack for hunters. It is the best move right now. But yeah, that should be everything I wanted to cover with you for today. Just giving you some info again. Remember, Kai Cell is coming out. We have to see what they're going to be like. We already have a lot of shadows here, so one is for crit damage, one is for basic skills, another for defense reduction, another for HP, we have one for defense, we have crit, attack, core damage. So what's missing? Defense pen is one that is missing, but also we do not have any ultimate damage buff, so we'll have to see what happens. I recommend just saving some of your traces for the new shadow. It's always a good move to make. They could be the next meta, and honestly speaking, when it comes to unlocking a shadow, the gains are marginal from that point, because if we look here, you can see, for example, we get 6% defense on tank. As we level it up all the way, it's not really a huge difference, so unlocking that shadow early on is always beneficial, especially for those passive skills. Remember, when it comes to the new shadow, whereas at Serbi, they had this amazing passive skill, making them one of the best shadows in the game just for this alone. So just save up a few traces, don't use them yet. That's always the best move in my opinion. And again, with Big Rock, same thing. It was 1% per advancement, so, not anything too crazy. Just save up and be prepared. These updates do influence our damage quite a bit. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. Make sure you subscribe, drop your like. We're almost at 100,000 subs, and also almost at 1 million power. We're so close. I could probably do it if I swap around cores, but I want to do it kind of naturally, so do stay tuned. I'll show my account once I reach the 1 million mark. And also, again, last chance to support. It's free, just do it. The link is down below. That way you don't miss out on any free codes. On that note, this was your Code King Zaf, signing out.